Ken Roczen finally gets that elusive Supercross victory, his first in 3 years, but oddly kind of undersells it.
We got to keep our cool, keep working towards everything.
I think we were all waiting for tears. We're all waiting for this massive exhale. But I think all the elite riders at this level know you cannot get too pumped on a victory at round 2 of a 17-race series. Ken has not had a problem, even when he wasn't winning races, getting the points lead. He even had it last year for a while. If you're a Ken Roczen fan, oh, you want to buy in on this.
Oh. Come on, Peyton.
I'm right here. Come on.
You're pathetic, Peyton. Don't think I'm straight.
I'll put up that guy for a long time. What's up?
I know.
Every race that I went out there and pretty much got like 10th or something like that, there's always more weight and more weight. It's like I finally got it, and I felt like I rode like how I'm supposed to ride, and I know I can. I went to the finish line jump, and it's almost like it just all fell off.
Lars, I don't want to get yelled at again.
There aren't a lot of situations that are going to surprise him at this point. Winning, losing, injuries, they've kind of seen and done it all. So for him to be able to handle some of these situations, I guess, they really shouldn't surprise us at this point.
You hear these rumors of LeBron James spending $2, $3, $4 million a season on his own physical conditioning, between cryotherapy, between float tanks, physiotherapy, massage, sports psychology. Ken is that guy in our sport.
When I stand 5 minutes in front of this thing and breathe in, everything just feels like widened, you know?
Ken is going to be that guy that just took his physical conditioning and injury management to a whole new level. And maybe that is going to be the key that will help him win this championship in 2020.
450 main, A2, let's go! Bang it in there, and Roczen with a phenomenal start.
Is this going to just pop off and now he's back on course of being the baddest dude we have in the sport? He's going to go win a bunch? Or are we just getting too hyped up and this class is so deep that he's got to have everything go just right to get the win?
Look at that run from Eli Tomac for the lead. He's got it. Just like that. Eli Tomac is in the lead and takes off from Ken Roczen. Checkered flag is out. Roczen for second, Webb for third. And Eli Tomac says, how about me? Drop that gate. Roczen comes through. He's gonna have the whole shot.
He set the tone. He's like, Eli, I'm gonna hammer her out this whole main event.
He's number one all the way across the board. Ken Roczen clean sweeps the Triple Crown at Glendale.
Roczen's good. Breaking news. God, he was good, Weege.
Man, to win 3 in a Triple Crown, which you've not seen done in the 450 class, to get second last week, to really dominate St. Louis. It wasn't even close. This is quite a run. When you're hot, you're hot. And by the way, how easy is he making it look? Jeez, man.
What a way to do it, taking all 3 mains there, making the sweep. It's only been a week off the top spot here and you're back. Is this one that much sweeter, proving what you've got left here for the rest of the season?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like 3 main event wins and the first overall, I'm over the moon. Like, it's unbelievable.
We have to try our best to get through San Diego before we say anyone is the man or anyone is screwed. There's no trends yet.
My dad built a track behind his shop. Oh my God. And he got a buddy to do a skid steer. Dude knew nothing about dirt bikes. So he just dropped 2 piles of dirt for jumps, and I had to hit him on the PW. I broke like 8 frames casing them. So Loretta's was like
piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Did you win?
Yeah, pre-W. I raced RJ, dude. RJ, I smoked him. He won the last moto, actually. I think he went 2-2-1.
You went 1-1-2?
Yeah. Then I kissed the system.
4 races in. Let's go ahead and talk about Ken Roczen a little bit and Cooper Webb. Different ends of the spectrum right now. What are you thinking going in, man? Is this a pattern
If you're worried at round 4, I've got a major problem.
Yeah. Too early to be worried. I just want to warm it up first.
Oh, you haven't
No,
started?
because I was waiting for Zach. You know, you're psyched.
Yeah, I don't know if that pressure is going to keep building.
He seems back to his normal self.
I think he's mentally strong enough to put it all together, but I just don't know if he lets this thing get away much further. He's got to get a race win, put a stop to Ken Roczen and all the other bleeding that's been going on.
The only thing I would say now is it's put more on the front, which I like, so we can almost go back on this.
Damper.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's do just one click only.
Yeah.
I mean, he has 2 podiums this year, which is awesome, but those races he wasn't close. He hasn't been close to winning yet. Quarter way through the season, these points are adding up and adding up.
Crazy, because the other day I felt super stiff.
Following Glendale, they've really kind of hunkered down. I think they did a ton of testing, and I think Cooper is just like, I got to get in the mix.
I mean, he went 5-10 last year to start the season. It was fine. It's fine, but is it fine? These guys are just elevating and one-upping each other every single week. And while Cooper Webb is figuring things out, he's starting to get into that conversation. It's about to be a 3-way battle between those 3, I think.
It was better with line 4 and that change on the dampener.
Yeah.
But if I could just fix that, maybe that little bit, I think we're gonna really be
In a good spot.
Because I already feel really good.
I have never seen anyone approach winning quite the way Cooper Webb does. There's just some sort of different drive or heart or in the zone moment that is only going to come out in the second moto of a race that he really wants to win. You're not going to get this on a Tuesday or a Thursday at the test track.
You had the best control right here.
High speed out.
Well, we're about to show up for the main, so let's do it. Just to see, that way when I go, hey, it's a little slick, what should we do? And we're like, ooh.
Just go for it. Just give me the click.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. He's definitely a lot more chipper. Huh? Chirpy. Now we need to finish strong.
And everybody talks about it being decided, at Daytona, and he's got to be in this hunt. He's got to be in the fight.
Yeah, when this thing heads east, he's got to be strong and trajecting up in the points, or it's just not going to work.
You know, you look at his season last year and he really hasn't been on that same last 1%. He's going to have to continue to find ways to beat both of those 2 guys, and I think he's going to have to win some races.
They're all going to go for it as the gate drops. Roczen will take that whole shot. Here comes Tomac and Cianciarulo with him.
But look at Cooper Webb has joined the party, and this is a nice comeback from Cooper because he was buried in the pack.
And look at the fight for the lead. Tomac got him. And Roczen
He's gonna get him right here.
Here comes Webb after him. Oh! He got him.
Wow.
Cooper got him, and the checker's waiting for Tomac just in front of him.
Like, who should be happier, Eli Tomac or Cooper Webb?
Tomac's been flying. I don't think that's breaking news. I feel like the narrative coming in this race was Webb's got to do something. He's got to do something.
With how Cooper's been performing, or I guess you could say underperforming through the first handful of rounds of this series, that was maybe more important than a win, if you ask me.
Any problems with that pass?
No, for me, no.
Yeah.
No, for me, no. So, and if I'm Honda and I'm worried about that, then I'm probably in the wrong business.
I didn't see a problem with it. I think Cooper, I'd be more mad at Cooper if he didn't take the opportunity. The opportunity was wide open.
There's people that think he's basically out of it. And just when you think he is out of it, lo and behold, Cooper Webb, once again, is just that last lap dude that will not take no for an answer.
You beat me. Yeah. I got second. My whole career could have been different if I won that.
But you won the last moto.
I don't know. I know you got first, I got second.
Jet Lawrence has basically invigorated the rookie into Supercross again. The Pierces, the Shimoda. I mean, what are these guys looking at with the bar that Jet Lawrence has set in West Coast Supercross?
No low line on the triple. You gotta hit the lip.
Can you do that at a race?
Right?
I'm just gonna cut the track. Mitch Payton was best man at my dad's wedding, and so he's always kind of helped me. And Mitch was calm but hard. We're always trying to find this or that, or why you didn't do good, or what happened, but a lot of it's excuses. And you're just trying to make excuses and move on, but you're not learning. And so Mitch helped me a ton with, now looking back, just no excuses. Just be real, be honest, and if you want to get better, you got to hold yourself accountable. And if you don't hold yourself accountable, then it's gonna be a long road.
So TLD has Pierce Brown and Brian Moreau, 2 rookies. They're like 17 years old, both of them. And Moreau's a French kid that I know nothing about. I had to look them up. I didn't know who they were talking about when I first heard about it. But I will tell you straight up, just from the video I've seen, that kid has got next level talent.
If you didn't get on it until the middle of it, if you can land and get speed early, you could get it because you were super close to getting on top of it.
We can gain more in corners than we can gain right there. Good job. Take a break.
Brian Moreau, a French rider coming in, not a whole lot known about him. I think the expectations for him maybe as a top 10 would be a good start.
That's one of the beautiful things about being a rookie and being from another country. You're not all caught up in the California scene. You're just out here riding a dirt bike, trying to figure other stuff out, like life and the language and where you're going to live and all that.
I know people thought we were crazy, but after the kid got here, it was like, holy crap, this kid's good. He's a quick learner. You can work with him on trying to do something on the track, and he gets it first try.
I could see you come alive. Even right there, you're very good. The jump that we're timing off of, you go right, and then that double, that even though that's just a little sweeping corner into the wall, on the gas all the way through. Very good, very good. Now, the 12 lapper, I'm gonna reverse the order. So now, 12 lap, we need to ride just like that. Yeah. You worry about you, okay? All right, good job. Thank you.
Is there anybody with more pressure on than Tyler in this team this year? It's unfortunate that they had a mass exodus of all their top guys go.
Here's the deal. I think a good coach, you can coach anybody up. He is getting more out of these guys than what we expected. I was thinking 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th guys. Yeah. Drake and Hartramp. Dude, he's got them 2 or 3 positions better than what I thought they would, and I will put that on his back and his suspension guys. Everything they've done has been golden. They've coached these guys up. Next man up, here you go.
I think it was Houston Supercross. They had massive whoops there, and I was just a privateer driving a little box van just to kind of do it on my own, and I pulled in practice, and I was doing 1 lap at a time. Mitch got on the headset to one of his mechanics, and he came over to me and said, hey, Mitch said, stop pulling in, put consecutive laps together. After the practice or something, I had to go talk to him, and he said, be at my office at 10 a.m. on Monday. I got into the main event, rode around the main event, came in, loaded the bike straight up in the box van, and I drove straight through the night. And I went basically straight to Pro Circuit and parked there, slept for a little bit, and went into Mitch's office at 10 a.m. on Monday and got my ass reamed. I left and busted my butt that week, and went to San Diego, and I think I got 3rd in the heat. And went up to Mitch after the heat and just told him thank you, and he was sitting there and said, oh, what happened? I didn't see it. It's just holding you accountable. Are you freaking out? Hey.
There's nothing to be upset about after that. You're good, bud. Nothing.
You just got on the bike. I mean, isn't that what practice is for? In time? Remember where you were in October?
Yeah.
You just got back on the bike. Now look where you're at. You can't judge anybody but yourself. Just better yourself each and every time. All right?
All right.
I want to put him out when I know that he's in a good spot. If I put him out right now, I'm hurting him. And I believe in him too much to just throw him out there. Bones heal. Confidence takes twice as long to heal. Putting a lot of laps today. Let's end on a good note. Those are both 51s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh, good. Awesome right now.
You've made such good progress. I know you're gonna think I'm being mean, but I'm gonna hold you out from Tampa.
All right.
Maybe Dallas. The original was Atlanta. But you've made such a huge gain that I don't want you to go there
and lose confidence.
I think Pierce Brown has a ton of upside. He's a little bit of a crasher. Kid's got all the determination, all the heart in the world. He is phenomenally fast. He's just as fast as Jet Lawrence. So those of you that loved what he did on the West Coast, Pierce Brown can do that.
Avocado? No, we're just going to get my collarbone checked out, some x-rays, and just to see what we can do and see if we get it plated or just let it heal naturally. So yeah.
Okay, Jet, have you got ID in your wallet?
No.
You haven't. I didn't bring your passport either.
Oh, Ricky.
Donuts. There's some donuts back there.
How about that? How do they know you want donuts? You're an idiot. Share it round, Jet. See if anyone else wants. You don't need all three. Anyone want a donut?
Collarbone feels way better.
Have we weighed him recently? Is he still sitting around the 145 pound?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Just bump it up to 147.
Next time, can we promote something I like? Like steak and veggies or something?
Broken collarbone, concussion at the third one.
Let's be honest, Jet Lawrence is very new to the scene. And up until, I'd say, Loretta's in August, he was unknown to everyone practically. And on a Supercross level, he literally made his debut 15 days ago.
It's on! Christian Craig on the inside with a great start. And his teammate Jet Lawrence gets the whole shot. Through the whoops, here comes Jet Lawrence. The teenage sensation is out in front.
In 3 races, this crowd has figured out who is this new kid. I like this new kid.
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome if this new kid wins. And it's a 250 class where we know people aren't always as knowledgeable.
And here comes Dylan Ferrandis, the champion, on the inside. Oh! Handles it and responds to the champion. Here comes Ferrandis back, side by side in the air. And Lawrence cuts back now on the inside. It's racing through the whoops, being pushed out of the way by the champ. Now he might not have a choice. Oh, he's down! Oh no! Jet Lawrence trying to take the win and the fight.
I get a little worried because, I mean, obviously the improvement has been immense. The easy assumption is, don't worry, he's 16, he'll heal up. We'll see him in April, he'll get that win.
I definitely should have calmed down and taken second.
These things are fleeting. You know, the Adam Cianciarulo story tells us that. You just never can assume anything.
You shave it all?
Yeah.
A little bit? I mean, a few little hairs, not the major.
I get my side back.
Okay, under a certain age, and it's kind of under 15, 16, that no matter how bad a clavicle fracture looks, it heals up extremely well without surgery. Let's get a couple quick x-rays and no numbness, tingling, anything like that.
In a perfect world, obviously, healing without opening anybody up is a perfect thing to do.
So it's basically a mid-shaft fracture right through here, which is really good. You have more surface area to heal, and the more surface area is the faster it heals. Boom.
I know I've never met you, but I was nearly in tears. Fuck.
This thing will heal up like crazy.
Just know that me and my friends were all screaming and cheering for you. So, yeah, all the best, mate.
That was heartbreaking to see him go down and get himself injured like that. But everybody in that stadium knows, A, he was going to win that race. He had it won, and B, he's going to win a shit ton more of races.
Dude, going crib walk. Freaking crib walk, whatever you call it. Hey, what's this? Qualifying or first practice?
First practice.
Okay. Hey, Braden's got fast last time.
Yeah, it's only one of the blue track.
Oh, quad! That was fast. Only if they had the balls to click fifth gear.
You learn so much from 16 to 20, and a lot of the important stuff of what not to do. And what he's able to do is pretty impressive. So to be able to learn as he's going to this season, he's going to be tough. And this might come as a blessing. Yeah.
When was the last time you saw a 16-year-old this good?
It's been a long time.
Roczen still got the lead by 3. They've each won 2 mains. Kenny's average start 2.8, Tomac's average start 9.
It's not running in your eyes at all, the red hair, when you sweat? So he did a good job then, because usually that stuff will run.
Well,
That's what I was worried about.
yesterday when I showered, it was running, but I kept my head back to make sure that nothing went in there. Hang this up in the shop.
He was dying when I walked in. But he says it's revenge as the axe throwing.
Does this thing end up just being those two from here on out? Like, do they start breaking away? We always see it. Do they start breaking away? Adam and Webb are the 2 guys that could get away and get into this mix.
Well, that's why I said that Webb last lap pass was huge, because I think if they had gone 1-2 4 straight races, and Webb would be almost a whole race down in points, that would be the answer. But the fact that Webb showed, okay, wait a minute, he might still be able to duel with these guys.
You know, Webb's 18 points down, but it could have very easily been, 22 there if he doesn't make that last turn pass on Roczen.
It's absolutely crazy to see just how gnarly that dude is when it comes down the stretch of a Supercross race. He personifies never say die. You can't even talk about Cooper Webb and say he's got a never say die attitude and it's enough. That is so understated.
Hey, I don't think guys can hit the woods as consistent as us either.
No, I hit mine good every time.
Me too. And there's a few guys that come up on and pass them.
That was the problem in the second time you got in my way. I hit the whoops so good that I actually can't. Like, I would have smashed into the back of your wheel if I would have gone outside.
I've seen him charge that hard in the whoops now in a while.
And comfortably.
Yes.
All right, buddy, get some deep breaths in. Let's get that heart rate down. We're gonna have to be a tough mother in this first corner, all right? Focus on your delivery. Focus on keeping your chest down.
Come out of San Diego, the winner! There goes San Cirillo! And Webb with that great start like you called Ricky. Not only is he going to get a good start, he's got the lead. Webb is quick to there too, and he rails around through the sand. These two have a history going back to their amateur days. One of the chips on the shoulder of Cooper Webb is the fact that riders like Adam Cianciarulo were thought of as a golden boy. Nobody thought that of Cooper Webb.
Eli Tomac and Ken Roczen are pretty far back. They got a lot of wood to chip off right here. Catch these guys out front. He's gonna go for the pass right here. He's tired of following. Isn't able to make it happen. Oh, let's see what AC does. Nice riding by Adam Cianciarulo, but he gets by him.
Webb takes the lead. Cooper Webb, the reigning champ, has turned it around. It's a long way from that 12th in St. Louis to the top step of the podium in San Diego.
With Tomac's finish and Roczen's finish, JT, that was a hell of a ride by Cooper Webb. He's back in this thing. Stop the presses.
Yeah, and it's almost right on cue. This is eerily similar to last season, but it felt like the Roczen and Tomac show, and then now it's like, uh-oh, now we got this Webb character.
Something wrong, do I want to win or what? I want that title?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Told you.
I'm so proud of you. That was
Thank you.
I know there was a lot of pressure in this race, but you did it.
So we need it.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome, yeah. Good.
Man. Yeah.
Oh, man. So happy.
When he gets the mojo, and it was only one pass in one race, but it doesn't take much for this guy. To think that all of a sudden he's 9 points down, Kenny has a bad race, you got to figure if you're Webb, you're like, okay, this is a lot different than it was 8 days ago.
So Webb gets his first win, and Eli gets 4th, Roczen gets 6th. That 18-point gap is down to 9.
He hasn't really been championship relevant so much, and then all of a sudden he cuts that lead in half. He's going into races back to the East Coast where theoretically he's going to be better than he was on the West Coast. I think he completely changed the narrative of the series just in one night.